So, okay, yes, I meant besides Erika. I'm just giving Erika a pass for like a few more seasons. But yes, I do. Okay, a couple of things. I do think Dorit's the one that stands out besides Erika, and Dorit is fighting for that. Everything Erika says, where Sutton and Garcelle don't have an expression like you, Dorit is like, oh, like the nerve, and Kyle is like, oh my god, like Kyle and Dorit are so far up Erika's ass.
I think it's just Kyle's personality. I think Kyle would be like that with a lot of things. I think it's just her reactions, but I think she's afraid of Erika. I do think she's afraid of Erika. Yeah, I do, which I don't understand it. I wish Garcelle and Sutton would have just said what they were thinking, because you could tell they were thinking a lot.
They were thinking a lot. By the way, I do think that a Reno housewife, I love how you don't even think Erika's worthy of Vegas. You're putting her right in Reno. Like, you're not even giving her Vegas.
You gotta have money to live in Vegas, honey.
You do. Well, yes, and yes. They're all afraid of her. But I mean, in addition to Rinna, in addition to Dorit and Kyle, Rinna too is just even worse. She's like, that's like, Rinna is vocal about this. She's like, that is wrong. Like, Rinna was really just lapping up Erika, right?
But why? Why?
I don't know why. Listen, I understand the concept of like, you're my friend, and no matter what, because this is the real world. No matter what you do, I will stand behind you, right? Like, if I had a friend that did something really bad and they were a true friend, I would stand behind them.
I guess I didn't really see the true friendship there, and maybe I'm wrong on that.
No, but that's my point. Like, this is not your real friend. If Denise wasn't your real friend, then this is not your real friend. So I understand the concept. I just don't know why she thinks this is the real friendship of her life. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
But maybe it's just that this is her real friend on Housewives for however many seasons, because she doesn't have a real friendship with Kyle. She doesn't have a real friendship with Garcelle, Sutton, any of them. And she latched on to Erika a few seasons back when Erika was popular, and that was I think probably in her eyes, like a good buddy.
I don't think she has a real friendship with anyone.
I think she's realizing it backfired, but she couldn't do a big about face and like turn on Erika, because then she would really, really look bad.
Well,
so if there is a ship to go down.
Well, speaking of which, Kathryn, congratulations on your appearance in the reunion tonight. Did you see yourself?
Oh, at the Munchausen thing. Yes, with my mouth. Like, that was what I couldn't believe, half the stuff I was hearing at that point. I think that was only like my third day of filming, and I could not believe what was all going on.
I was like, just, you're panning around, you're showing the Eileen Davidson, you're obviously showing LVP. Just show Kathryn. We're about to go live with her, people.
I was literally like, it was crazy. I would sit there and think, like, is this real? That was it going through my mind all the time. Is this real?
But that's the thing. Like, they talked about the Munchausens, they talked about Kim, they talked about Denise, and now we have Rinna saying that she's because first she went on and she was very like, I'm so sorry to Yolanda.
She doesn't give a rat's ass. Sorry about that. Sorry, Reyna. I don't buy it. You're not sorry. And maybe to some regard, when you have like that little window of conscience where you really truly think about the things you've done. But all in all, I think she just probably says, listen, dear Lord, forgive me. I was making a life. I was making, not a life. I was making myself a job. I was making a paycheck. Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree. But as much as you're saying that, at least I believe that 10% she felt bad for Yolanda. Then it comes to our second situation, Miss Richards. And I'm like, bitch, you are not even trying to fake it, but you are scared of that Miss Hilton. You don't give a crap about Kyle. You're afraid of Kathy Hilton directly across from you. I mean, and they showed Kathy, and I'm like, this is her fucking sister. Yeah, I have a bad mouth tonight. And it's just like, Rinna she's not sorry about Kim Richards in any way, shape, or form. And right. And if Kyle were there, she'd be like, shut the fuck up, Kyle. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. She's literally shaking her boots because Miss Hilton is in the house.
And I was watching, they cut back to Kathy, and Kathy's face was kind of somber. She definitely was having thoughts too. I think everyone wants to stay below the radar because this was so much the take Erika down, and they didn't want to get in any of the crosshairs and just let her be all of what the reunion is about and the season's about. And that was big enough. But I really feel like they all failed in the aspect of saying what they really were thinking. And that's kind of like the housewife mantra. Whatever pops in your head, whatever you think, just say it. Just say it. I can promise you that 80% of what they were all thinking, they did not say. Did not.
And that's what you were told when you filmed or when you were involved? Just like, say it, Kathryn.
Say it. Just say it. I thought, holy cow. I can never say what I think all the time. I would look like a nut job. I think horrible things at times. I think we all do. I think it's human nature.
Yeah.
It's called a filter.
I mean, imagine if you're getting like 5, let's take Crystal out of this. Oh, let's take Sutton out of this and Garcelle. So they're on the lower end of the salaries. They just got there, but everyone else, we're talking 500 to like 1+. Imagine if you're like, the check is going to clear whether I bring it or not. And it's Erika's season, right? Like, you're not really motivated. These are pros. They're like, why would I say anything? The check is cleared, honey.
The guillotine's coming down on her head. Why should I say anything? And, and Sutton had it in the beginning because Erika's story was just unfolding, I think. And, and they thought, okay, here's this thing with Crystal, and that was going to be a story. And I think they throw it all at the wall to see what sticks and if something bigger is going to come out of it. And they need little sub stories and subplots. But as Erika's thing unfolded and that became so real, and Erika, her narcissism and wanting to be all of it. I mean, when she did the whole thing, because I showed up, because I'm here. Oh, God, sit down, go away. It's an ugly coming here, honey. No one really, really wants to see that coming here. She's lost, for me, she has lost her sparkle. She's lost that kind of sexy, coy, kittenish kind of thing that she had. Whether you liked it or not, that was, I think, her kind of calling card. That's gone. I think we need to come up, all the viewers need to come up with a good nickname. EJ or Erika Jayne is out the window. She is not that anymore. And Erika Jayne is dead. I mean, after Tom can't fund that career, it's over. So she needs a new name. And I don't know. I think everyone should send in on your IG or YouTube what her new name should be. Because I'm trying to think of it, and it's not coming to me, but it is some type of Southern, she like works in a saloon kind of thing. It's just,
I was going to say, like, maybe you can come up with a name, Kathryn. I mean,
trust me, I will come up with it. I will. I thought last week it was Maud, and that's two New Yorkers. Maud's not, no, it's, she could like be running like a brothel. She could do that. That's really like a great career choice for her. She'd be great at that.
Do you know what someone said on my YouTube? Now, I have to say, so I had this girl on my podcast. You are not going to know who she is. Sukihana. She was on Love and Hip Hop. And, she's not maybe like refined like some of these Beverly Hills ladies, but she is a doll. I love her. And she is on OnlyFans. And she does lots of things. And she's like, look, I'm going to have sex with my man. the bitch bought a Bentley. Okay. I'm like, Sukihana, like you have a Bentley. Like, so somebody on YouTube said, I don't know who it is, or I'd give them a shout out. They're like, perhaps Miss Jayne should go on OnlyFans. And I'm like, Sukihana bought, I mean, literally, hand to God,